Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Kick bounces out of the back to the end zone for a touchback. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. Ball handed off. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Weigman. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. There's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid game, getting closer to midfield now. Texas A&M getting set for the 1st and 10 now. And the single back takes the handoff. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And he'll lost it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Chris, you have all week to kind of find the matchups that you want. They clearly wanted to go after this defensive back. They looked at it, first drive of the game. They make the throw. It's just a poor decision, in my opinion, by this quarterback, and it cost him.
The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
It's caught downfield. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a strong stiff arm. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
Back to pass. It's Barnett. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now brings up 3rd down.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. It's a 4th down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
The defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Oh, it's a reverse. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands, I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
Running play called on 3rd and short. Defense stops him right at the line there.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
Less than a yard to go here on 4th down. The offense is going to go for it. And the quarterback's going to sneak it.
That's where you tip your cap to the offensive line. 4th down in inches, simple call, quarterback sneak, but a nice surge there up front by the big boys to give the quarterback plenty of room to pick up that first.
Looking for some space. It's Owens. Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. And that run produces a decent gain. So the offense faces 3rd and short from the plus 26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Dropping back, it's Weigman. On the run, he'll let it go. And he scores. Touchdown, Aggies. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field after the review. The play was stand. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Bringing it out, it's Frazier. Refusing to be brought down. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. They finally get him, but that's a great return. The last line of coverage guys just able to corral him, but a great spot to start this drive. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Trying to find room. It's Robinson. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The sure hands. It's Tuggle. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's complete downfield. Touchdown, Georgia. This quarterback on fire today.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And now here comes the point after attempt. Kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now they get set to kick it away. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain. Getting closer to midfield now.
I'll tell you, this running back from Texas A&M is dangerous when he has room to work. Great speed, good job of picking up the first down. And, Chris, you just think about some of the backs that they've had where they've had a chance to put that Texas A&M uniform on. Dante Hall, some people forget, was a Texas A&M running back. Devon Achane, of course, more recently. And even Isaiah Spiller, good, tough blend of toughness and speed.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field, it's Weigman. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Quick completion to the tight end. Running with purpose. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
A tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. He's going to take off. They make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 28.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got it. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Out of the shotgun, will hand it off. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Throws to the tight end. And that one's picked off. What a play. Tackle after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Chris is just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball for 31.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down and 10 now. Looking to throw. It's Barnett. Quick throw to his receiver. He pulls it in for a big gain. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They look to throw it here on second down. And he's got it. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Huge gain here by Texas A&M on a perfectly thrown ball and a great play by the wide receiver on the back end. These Texas A&M receivers can hurt you with their speed and execution when they get the ball thrown downfield.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the freshman able to get home with the sack.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollack, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, a brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens.
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Chris, that's another sack for this guy. That's back-to-back plays. This guy's been able to get to this quarterback. Man, he is in a zone and feeling good right now. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm either rolling away from that guy or you got to think about double-teaming him just to keep him out of the backfield.
Drops back, looking to throw on third and forever. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Strong game by this quarterback. So after the momentum shifts, Kirk, we are now dead even in this football game.
Chris, I'm going to have that feeling that which quarterback's going to have the ball last is going to be the offense, and the guy that has a chance to win this game may be going back and forth all game.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Would have been a my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Tailback takes the handoff again. And the one moves the ball into the 33.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. It's third down for the offense. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
They get just enough for the first down here. Nice job by the offensive line, controlling the line of scrimmage and giving the back the chance to pick up the first down.
First down, looking to throw the football. Short pass finds the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Second down play coming up.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Back to throw. It's Barnett. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. And looking to throw now on first down. The short completion to the tight end. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability, getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Send the back in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's across the 25. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs.
And I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, it's a touchdown.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Looking to pass. It's Weigman. The pass rush closing in. Tackle at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of throwing it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Receivers are bunched together. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On the toss play, runner moving left. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's got it for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kinds of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. The back's got it. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He slings this one deep down the left side. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, A&M.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And the point after is right down the middle. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. The secondary backed up off the ball now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Aggies will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. And the return man decides to signal fair. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. First play of the 2nd half is a handoff. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
2nd down after that previous play. They go with a direct snap. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Look out, he's got some space. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Aggies. For the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands. It takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Tackled at the 14. Not very good for the position to start here. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Oh, and he fumbled the ball. This one ends up a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play with this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll kick it away from the 20. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. And on the carry, he's heading left. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line to get the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's second down here. And the wideout goes in motion. Back to pass. It's Weigman. Running back grabs it on the screen. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screen play, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And the receiver's got it. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
The defense with more pre-snap movement. They'll hand it off. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down mark.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
And the Aggies are in the red zone. A handoff to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented. It shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Frazier. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last time out there, they surrendered a safety. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Makes the grab. It's Tuggle.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between the...
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. That's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's got room, looking for the end zone. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia. And now they'll set up for the point after. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They've got the lead, but had to settle for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. Handoff in a single back formation. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
A lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Here's the 2nd down play. Linebackers making some adjustments now. Dropping back, it's Weigman. Running back has it on a screen now. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. And I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Keeping it on the ground here. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 33, Georgia 28.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Escapes the pocket.
Well, there you go. You save your best scramble of the day for a bit of a situation in the fourth quarter, and you pick up the first. I mean, you don't want to use that early in the game, right? You want to make sure you save it for the exact moment and the key time and key moment in the game, and that's what he did. Although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way, but a great job of using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing it was time to go.
He's tackled at the 24-yard line. Second down.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. They'll try the right here. Throws a stiff arm. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run. Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. Try and muscle for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And the field goal is good.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive and at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Evans. He'll be tackled at the 21, and it's good work by the coverage team.
Georgia offense will take over 1st and 10.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. It's a run. Running back's got it. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Short loss in the play, sets up 2nd and long from the 18. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking to make a big play downfield. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Touchdown, Bulldogs. No chance to catch him. It's obviously down 2. They'll go for the 2-point conversion to try to tie the score. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
That keeps the score. Texas A&M.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Georgia 34.
That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Brought down at the 33-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. Can he make it to the marker? And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
He's going to hand this off. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And at first down, they go right back to him. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now.
Okay, ready?
Important 2nd down play coming up. And the quarterback will just sneak it here. He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well. The old quarterback sneak. Whatever you got to do to keep this drive moving. We've seen them convert in different ways on this drive, and that sneak will keep this defense guessing when they're in short yardage coming up in the future.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the runner takes off to his right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. To throw, it's Weigman. Defense is coming after him. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball's not intercepted.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Field goal try, no good. He missed it. And the lead remains at 2 after the miss.
Chris, you and I were on the field in warm-ups. We saw this guy hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and actually went over. So we know that he has the leg to make this kick. I just don't think he got enough on it.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Pop pass on the jet sweep. Fights off a defender. Tackle up near midfield at the 48. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. To the air, it's Barnett. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And he makes his way out of bounds. Good thinking there. Clock is stopped.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. There's the handoff. Finding space at the 20. First and goal, a chance to claim the lead here in the final quarter. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal. Press coverage now from the secondary. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look. They'll make an adjustment before this important play. And they cut into this lead now on third and goal. And now the defense able to bring him down. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page.
When this defense is holding on for dear life, they stop him just short of the goal line, and now we've got a fourth and goal. Late in the game, offense against defense. Can the defense step up one more time, get a stop, and hold on to a victory? How about that? Clutch kick here for the kicker. Gives him the lead. But remember, there's still time up on the clock. This game is not over just yet.
On the kickoff, is hammered. Sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They've got some time to work with. Do they go for a touchdown here or play it more conservatively and set up for a field goal try? Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Dropping back. It's Weigman. This time a completion. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he throws his third interception of the day. Can he take it all the way? And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.